My name is Grace, and I've been at Covenant Church of Pittsburgh for 5.5 years. So I completed medical school in 2018 and then moved to Pittsburgh to start residency. Soon after starting residency, I started coming to Covenant Church of Pittsburgh. The nature of medical school is that it costs a lot to go through medical school. Because I was looking at going to medical missions, I lived on as little as I could the whole time, but I still graduated with about the average amount of debt that a medical student had. I really felt a bit of the burden of, I'm going to have to keep working until I pay this off, and I won't be free to do the medical missions or other things that I would like to do until the debt is gone. One night I was at Covenant and there was a guest speaker. It was actually Apostle Bill.
God says, when you tithe, I will rebuke the devourer. I will stand in between the devil's antics in your life. I'm going to rebuke him. He does it. And he says, and then windows of heaven open up and they pour in a blessing.
So he was speaking and doing a time of personal prophecy. And so then he called out the name Grace. Then he started giving me this prophecy. And it was interesting because the prophecy was what we call a money prophecy. I was mostly just thinking like, oh no, why am I getting a word about money? Then he started giving me this prophecy. You know, the Lord is blessing you to be a blessing to other people. So it was like a grant writing anointing that he talked about, and having connecting people with resources who need them, specifically for people who are doing ministry for women and children. So the word was that the Lord would miraculously provide for the paying off of my debts, because at that point I was just like, I really want these loans gone. You know, when we're standing on God's promises, there are a lot of times things that will come in to try to like insert doubt or fear or different things.
Of course, you know, you have that doubt comes in, starts rumbling, and the different conversations that come up, and really had to say, you know, but you know, we have this word.
Your sense receiving that word, my manager applied for the loan repayment benefit, and it was approved. And we're currently living out the process of the Lord paying off our debts.
Just how it was spot on that, you know, that the money would be, that the loan would be paid off supernaturally. And it was, you know, that money's, you know, I don't want to say coming out of thin air, but it's not coming from her salary.
When we give in a setting like First Fruits, we really get to experience firsthand the faithfulness of the Lord. And it's cool just to see how the Lord uses his faithfulness, but also our faithfulness to be good stewards to accomplish his mission.
Bill talks about, it's not about how substantial the seed is, it was about how substantial the faith is that goes into the seed. So I think what I would advise anybody is, when you sow that seed, whatever the amount is, put the greatest measure of faith that you can into that seed, and God will respond to that faith. It's impossible to please God without faith.
It's very neat to be like, you know, Lord, you've given me this. This is yours. I'm giving it back to you. And to see how he's faithful with that.